friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming at you with another announcement for book club picks. So if you didn't know, my best friend Camila over at Borrows and Books and I started a book club called Brujas and Books, and we launched it in September of 2021 during Hispanic Heritage Month. So basically every month we pick a book written by a Latinx author. Like I said, it started back in September, and I can't believe that I'm already making another video announcing the next couple of picks. This is like the third video that I filmed for these, and I'm so excited. We hope that you all join us. But today I'm going to be talking about the picks for March, April, May, and June. So I actually literally don't own any of these at the moment. I only own one, and it was a gift from my friend here, Alicia Guzman. So I'm going to go through the picks. I don't know much about them. I'm going to probably have to read the Goodreads description to tell you what they're about, but we'll get through it. Alright, so for the month of March, because it is middle grade March, we're going to be reading Ghost Squad. I also forgot to mention that all of these picks were picked by all of you over on our Instagram. We posted polls on our story, so if you haven't followed us yet, go follow us. It's Brujas and Books. So like I said, our first pick is Ghost Squad by Claribel, I forgot her name, what is it? Claribel Ortega. And actually we had two books by Claribel Ortega on the poll, and actually the other one won, which I believe the name was The Witchlings, but the publication date was pushed back, so that book won't come out till around May or June. So we then went with this one. So obviously it is middle grade. The comparisons of this book were like the movie Coco, Stranger Things, and a hint of Ghostbusters, so I'm super excited. It's going to be like paranormal, fantasy, adventure. I'm actually really stoked to be reading more middle grade this month of March, because I've dabbled into it a little bit thinking that I didn't really like it, and then I read Amari and the Night Brothers, and I also read The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and I loved those books, so I'm hoping to read a little bit more middle grade this month. So it looks like these two best friends, Lucy and Sid, cast a spell and they awaken spirits. So they basically have to work together because all of these spirits are wreaking havoc in their town. Like I said, it looks like it's gonna have a lot of family dynamics. It has a little bit of Coco and Ghostbusters type of adventures. So I'm super excited to read this, and we hope that you all join us in March. So for the month of April, we're going to be reading Blazewrath Games by Amparo Ortiz. I'm actually super stoked to read this book because this one is a novel by a Puerto Rican author, and I actually can't remember if we've read anything by Puerto Rican authors so far with this book club, but I am so stoked to read this. So this one is another fantasy, and this one is set in kind of like contemporary alternate world where there's like Olympic type of tournaments, but this one is with dragons and riders. So basically our main character, she's a young teenager, I believe about 15 to 16 years old, and I believe she's the first Puerto Rican rider to enter these Olympic tournament. I am super excited to read this, mostly because I can't wait for all of the Puerto Rican references, and also I feel like a lot of books that I've read about Hispanic and Latinx culture are a lot of contemporary books talking about struggles and all of that, but I'm excited to just see like a fantasy adventure type of book. I'm sure that they'll go into some of the struggles and the way that being Puerto Rican kind of affects her in ways during this tournament, but I'm excited to read a fantasy about a Puerto Rican girl. It's so exciting. Next up in the month of May, we're hoping to read Lobizona by Romina Garber. Like I said, this is the only book that I own from these picks. Thank you, Alicia Guzman, for sending this my way. This was a Valentine's Day gift. Thank you so much. So it looks like this novel is gonna follow our main character, Manuela, and she's an undocumented immigrant that lives in Miami, Florida, and basically she's like on the run because her father's side of the family in Argentina commits crime, and basically when she's in Florida she lives with her grandmother and mother, and her grandmother is attacked and then her mother is arrested by ICE. So basically she's left all alone, and she just goes back with the only clues that she has about her past, and she discovers this whole new like fantasy world with all of these clues that she has from her past. I'm super excited to read this. It seems like it's gonna be very folklore, fantasy type of book, so I'm super excited. And the last pick that we have is for the month of June, and that is Blanca y Roja by Anna Marie McLemore. So we chose 2 books that had LGBTQIA plus relationships in them, and you guys chose this one. So I believe this one has a sapphic relationship, and this is also a Snow White retelling. And listen, sapphic and fantasy retelling, and like, I can't wait to read this. I'm so excited. This one is a fantasy that will deal a lot with sisterhood, friendship, love, and hatred, and it's a fantasy, and it's magical and sapphic, and I'm so stoked to read this one. Alright, that is it. Those are our next 4 picks for the months of March, April, May, and June. We hope that one of these books sounds interesting to you and that you pick it up and read it with us. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video and that you join us in our book club, and I'll see you next time with another video. Bye!